When I was younger, I was a complete loser. I remember this one time where I had a huge crush on this girl in my English class. She was kind of the popular girl. She was just new. And for a month straight, I didn't act on it. I didn't make any move to make her my girlfriend. And I just acted like a friend, basically, because I was a loser and because I knew that I had no chance of attracting her. And so for the whole month, I just act like a friend. I treat her nicely and everything, just like a good boy. After a while, she gets with the confident guy in my class. At that moment, to be honest, I just feel like shit. I come back to my house and I just look myself in the eyes. I feel disgusted. I feel ashamed of the way I am living. I started to beat myself. I started to cry because I just felt like a loser. And at that moment, something clicked in my mind. I knew for a fact I had to change. I had to build an aesthetic body because I was just so sick of living with this body, of living with a body that held me back. It kept me from literally dating girls, from having love in my life. And at that moment, I started to work out every single day because I'm just sick of living this life. I'm sick of living with this skinny, weak body. And so like I said, I started to work out every single day. And after a while, I come back to school and I see the girl I had a crush on, but I can see that she is attracted to me. So I decide to ask her out and I just start to date her. Eventually I post a picture on my Instagram and I see that girls are actually attracted to me. They like my story. For the first time, I experience what it's like to have girls liking you. And it is just an absolutely great experience. And just by the way, if you want to have the full roadmap to build an aesthetic body from home, go click the link in the description. But why do we want to target the aesthetic body? Well, the aesthetic body is the body that girls are attracted to. You know, as men we're attracted to the hourglass shape in a woman, well, girls are attracted to the V shape. This is a sign of masculinity. This is a sign of strength, and that is why we want to focus on the V shape. Just like I told you, I started to train every single day, started to target parts of my body that were aesthetic, and it changed my life forever. It allowed me to date beautiful girls, and in this video, I will tell you exactly how you can achieve the same. I remember going on this trip one day after working out for about 3 months, after focusing on the aesthetic body parts, and I just saw this beautiful girl in the ocean. And at that moment, something clicked in my mind. I told myself, you've built a good body, you've built a good shape, an aesthetic body. So I decided to go and talk to her. And already I can see that she's attracted to me. She's attracted to the body that I've built. I talk to her in a confident way because I know of the work that I've put on my body. I know that I can now attract girls. And I start to date her for the whole trip. This is an amazing experience. I made her my girlfriend because of the body that I had built. You will unlock love, you will unlock relationship once you build an aesthetic body. And you know, recently I was on Instagram and I saw this comment of this person saying that if you train, you're fatphobic. If you train, you're toxically masculine. And that is obviously wrong because for 100 of years, humans have been in incredible shape. And now that most of the population is fat, we shouldn't train because it could hurt the feeling of this person. Well, that is bullshit. That is completely wrong. In order to build an aesthetic body, what I did is I focused on the back, the upper pec, the side delts, the neck, and the lower abs. If you focus on these 5 parts of the body, you will have the masculine V shape. You will be far more attractive to girls, to women, and it is just a life-changing shape. Now let's talk about a workout that I do that allowed me to build this shape. First of all, we need to focus on the back because if we have a flat back, you will not have the aesthetic body because the back is basically the base of the V shape. When you really think about it, it will just make your whole body look a lot bigger. It will make your shoulder look a lot broader as well. And so what I did in order to focus on the back is I did the pull-up. I would do 3 sets of failure. But when I was younger, you know, I did the pull-up just to see my strength because I was weak and I just wanted to have better strength. But after a while, it wasn't even about that. It was just that I saw such a massive back transformation that I wanted to continue to do that exercise. It is the first thing that I do. Now the second thing that we want to focus on is the upper pec. And the reason we want to focus on that part is simple. When you think about it, in order to build a V shape, you want to have the most mass on the upper part of the body, and the upper pec will really give you that look that we're looking for. When I was younger, I would do a lot of push-up, but I wasn't a fan of that exercise because it focused on the lower part of my chest and gave me a look that I wasn't a fan of, if I'm being honest with you. I wanted to have the masculine upper pec. And so instead of doing the push-up, what I did is the decline push-up. I would put my feet on a bench, on a chair, and then I would do the push-up, and it was just perfect. It allowed me to focus on the upper part of my pec, and it just gave me the look that I was looking for. It is the second exercise that I do. Now the third part to target are the shoulders. You will need dumbbells. You will need some kind of weight to do the exercise. You know, when I was younger, I struggled a lot to grow my shoulder. I would try all these different exercises. I would try all these YouTube exercises and nothing worked whatsoever. My shoulders were simply not growing at all. Eventually I just had enough, so I asked one of my massive friends, how do you build massive shoulder? Mine won't grow. And he told me that he would do the lateral raise every single workout. So I started to do that, and once again it was just life-changing. It allowed me to build massive side delts, and I just saw big results in my life. It allowed me to build really the V shape that I was looking to accomplish. The fourth part to target is the neck. And you might ask yourself, why are we training the neck? It is a weird part to target. And truly, I agree with you, because when I was younger, I saw that the neck training existed, and I just asked myself, what was the point to even train my neck? Because most of the guys were not even training their neck. And I found out that it is an incredibly important part, because it is a part that will just give you a masculine frame. Even when you have clothes on, people can tell that you work out if you have a massive neck, because it will always be shown even when you have some clothes on. And so what you need to do in order to build a massive neck are neck curls. There's two ways that I do the neck curls. I do it laying on my back, where I put the weight on the front of my head and it targets the front part of my neck. And I also do it laying on my chest, where I put the weight on the back of my head. These two exercises allowed me to have a bigger neck and to have a more masculine frame. So it is incredibly important that you train your neck. It will get you out of that boy look. It will get you out of that weak look that you have when you have a skinny neck, basically. So it is the fourth exercises that I do. Now the fifth part to target are the lower abs. When I was younger, one of the reasons why I hated my body, one of the reasons why I was so self-conscious, was because I just didn't have a six-pack. I didn't have great genetics, and I was just sick of that. I saw all those guys attracting all the girls, and they all had a six-pack, and I was sick of that. So I started to make some research on YouTube. Six-pack abs workout, guaranteed. I would try the 1 hour workout. I would look at my abs, but I still didn't have what I wanted. I still didn't have the six-pack that I wanted. And so eventually I discovered that in order to have the six-pack, I needed to train them just a little bit every single day. So I started to do that. I would train them 5-10 minutes every day. And in 2 months, I had the six-pack that I wanted. Now what I do are 50 leg raise and then 10 hang leg raise. These two exercises will really allow you to build the lower part of the abs, and it is truly the part that will accentuate the V shape, because it is far easier to have the upper part of the abs, but it will not give you the six-pack that we are looking for. Now that's all beautiful, but what is actually needed in order to focus on the V shape, in order to work out from home? What I bought is a bench, dumbbells, a door frame, put a bar, and a mirror. And before you say anything, I know it can sound scary, I know it can sound expensive, but when I was younger, I was broke, and I was able to have my home gym without spending a fortune, without spending a lot of money on these equipment. So what you need to do is you go on Facebook Marketplace, you go on Kijiji, one of these sites when you can buy the equipment secondhand. And if you do this, you will be able to buy every equipment for under $150. And that is extremely valuable when you think about it, because you spend this amount of money once and you have your home gym for the rest of your life. It is just far easier to build an aesthetic body from home, to have your home gym, because it is just far easier to stay consistent, and consistency is really everything in order to build your dream body. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to go on Facebook Marketplace, go on Kijiji, install these two apps, and go and search for the 4 equipment that I just told you about: a bench, a door frame pull-up bar, dumbbells, and a mirror. And that is all you need in order to build your dream body from home. But once again, some exercise that I told you before will allow you to build your dream body without even spending anything, without any equipment. And so I would start with these exercise if I were you, if I didn't have access to the equipment yet. Now, when I was younger, there was a massive problem. You see, I wanted to have the dream body. I wanted to start attracting girls, to build an aesthetic body, but I was a loser, and that was my identity. And so whenever I would try to work out, whenever I would try to achieve something, my identity was always pushing against my workouts. I would always have these negative thoughts in my mind. I would tell myself, why are you working out? It is not part of you. You're a loser. You shouldn't work out. It's just weird. It's not part of you. And all these thoughts always kept me from achieving my dream body, from achieving my goal. And so what I did is called forcefully changing my identity. I would forcefully put positive thoughts in my mind. I would tell myself, you are an athlete that never cheats on his diet. You are an athlete that is extremely constant on my workout. I did what I call brainwashing my own brain. And so eventually my brain started to accept it. It started to create that new identity that I created in my mind. And then it was just far easier for me to stay constant, for me to stick with my workout, because my identity was up here and then the body followed. When you think about it, if your identity is of this loser, whenever you try to work out, it will be incredibly hard for you to stay consistent, because your identity is simply not aligned with this goal. And so what I want you to do is forcefully put positive thoughts in mind, forcefully change your identity, have the identity of the athlete, and then the body will follow naturally. If you do this, I promise you will just build your dream body way faster than I did. You will surpass me, because my identity was not aligned with my goal for a very, very long time. Now that's all for this video, and you should feel proud of yourself for watching these kind of videos, because 99% of the population don't even care about their life. They don't even want to take action. They want to have a better life, but they never take action. They don't watch these kinds of video. You should give yourself flowers for that, and I'm rooting for you. I will see you in the next video.